Yesterday that I had predicted that Pakistan, out of sheer desperation and strategic anxiety, will do something wrong. And I said that it's not looking good to me. The response they are having to the visit of Amir Muttaqi, the Afghanistan foreign minister, to India. And last night they did what was predictable. They did their second skit, a miscalculated strategic blunder. You see, viewers, they got so worried. They got so worried that the Taliban is talking to India that they attacked Afghanistan last night with jets and they wanted to put missiles. They wanted to bomb Kabul. They did apparently do a little bit. They thought they'll do a huge amount of damage. But the damage that they have actually done is to what was remaining of their relationship with Afghanistan, because the moment they struck Afghanistan, then Muttaqi issued this threat. The Afghan foreign minister made it very clear that Pakistan had crossed the red line and would have to pay. Listen to him first.
काबुल में एक आवाज़ सुनाया तो रात भर उसकी जो तलाश हुआ अभी तक कोई नुकसान का कोई खबर नहीं आया है.
He dismissed the Pakistani attack, saying we've heard some sounds, but there hasn't been any substantive damage. Viewers, yesterday, the Pakistani media started reporting with great excitement that their Air Force has struck Kabul and eliminated the chief of the Tehrik-e-Taliban Pakistan. But as happens with Pakistani planes and missiles, they always miss their destination. They misfire sometimes, and sometimes, most often when they don't misfire, they miss their target. In this case also, it was apparent by early this morning that they had missed their target. Then Pakistan started denying, through sources of course, that it had ever struck Kabul. So last night they claimed they had. This morning they said they didn't. Everybody was confused, but the Taliban was very angry and they issued this clear warning from New Delhi this morning.
अफगानियों का हौसले नहीं आजमाया, उसको ज़्यादा छेड़ना अगर लोग करता है तो वो एक बार अंग्रेज से पूछे, फिर सोवियत यूनियन से पूछे, फिर अमेरिका से पूछे, फिर नाटो से पूछे, ताकि वो आपको थोड़ा समझाए कि भाई अफगानिस्तान के साथ ऐसा खेल करना ये अच्छा नहीं है.
It is not good to play such games. He said, "Chhero mat." And in Hindi, I said in my Hindi program a while back, I said, "Chhedenge to gherenge." It's not just Afghanistan which will respond. The fact is, Pakistan is sandwiched between Balochistan, between Khyber-Pakhtunkhwa in the north, between India, and of course between Afghanistan. So the Pakistanis are sandwiched on all sides, and there is something intrinsically wrong with Pakistan. They are used to provoking countries for no reason. They are provoking the free people from Balochistan. They are provoking the people, the brave people from Khyber-Pakhtunkhwa. So they are fighting with the Balochis. They are fighting with the Pathans, and they are provoking Afghanistan, and then they blame India for their internal conflict. They need to understand that India does not need to fund any revolt in Pakistan. It is intrinsic. The fact is, viewers, Pakistan has territorial designs on Afghanistan. They try to violate the territorial integrity of Afghanistan. Why do they think the Taliban will have amicable relations with them? This whole so-called attack they carried out on Kabul last night was a masterstroke in strategic failure. It did not cause any damage. It did not give any leverage to Pakistan. The last time Pakistan acted out of sheer desperation of anxiety was when they were embroiled in internal turmoil, and then for their own reasons, not because of India. They were sliced into half. Remember 1971, ladies and gentlemen, the Bangladesh Liberation War. It looks like history today is on a reverse track, ready to repeat itself, this time in a more predictable manner. And there are three reasons. There is an imminent implosion and explosion in Pakistan. Number one, Taliban, the entity whose re-entry into the global power game. Ladies and gentlemen, Pakistan had rejoiced at that point of time. Imran Khan said it's a big victory for Pakistan. Today, that country is against Pakistan. Balochistan, Gilgit-Baltistan and KPK, they want liberation from Pakistan. Therefore, Pakistan is today totally sandwiched between Afghanistan and India. This is the absolute reality. In the middle of this, a sulking Trump who has been denied the Nobel Prize has realized this was a fraud nomination by the Pakistanis, and he's asking his defense advisors have reminded Pakistan of their obligation to have a military attack on Afghanistan in order to be able to gain the Bagram air base for the Americans. So the pressure is growing, and the Pakistanis are having to redeploy a lot of their assets towards the Afghan border. Ladies and gentlemen, they only have 3 corps. If 2 corps have to handle their western border, we can handle the rest. Ladies and gentlemen, we can really deal with Pakistan the way they need to be dealt. This is a country that's heading into huge internal turmoil, not because of sabotage, but because of their past.